What's up, everybody? Mancave Dave here in Michigan with a pickups video. It is a beautiful 4th of July weekend. We're up at the family cabin. Just a gorgeous day here in Upper Michigan, especially because I am staring at most of an ETERNIA set. This is stuff from 2 pickups that I had in the last week. You can hear my kids playing in the background. Sounds like my youngest one is mad at the oldest one for playing a little too rough in the water. Childhood. Anyway, so this is a combination of figures. I actually had a Facebook marketplace find. Said vintage He-Man figures and accessories. And it was $25 plus shipping, which was just amazing. So the seller's name was Alyssa. Alyssa, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'll be adding some of these to my collection and then getting them cleaned up and others used for parts or out to other people who will appreciate them. The rest of this stuff is from a gentleman named David. David, thank you so much for reaching out. He replied to my ad and said, hey, I've got some vintage He-Man stuff. If you're interested, if you want to come check it out. And so this was his son's stuff growing up, and it is very heavily played with, as it should be. So there are a lot of incomplete figures and parts. I know that replacing leg bands on these figures can be a real pain, but it looks like I'm going to get some practice doing that and seeing if I can make some complete figures. I brought some parts that I had at home to see if I can add some arms and heads and help complete some folks. So we have some parts here of Point Dread and a Bashosaurus, the Land Shark. I can never remember what this thing is called. I think it's missing, besides the gun, I think it's missing one more piece here though to connect that top part. So I need to do a little bit of research on that. We have Castle Grayskull. Actually, the weapons rack and these accessories are in with the lot from Facebook Marketplace. Unfortunately, it's pretty busted up, but it's got a couple of parts in the middle there. Somebody will want this for a display piece. We have the flagpole there. We have this guy who kind of works. I put some batteries in them, and looks like that there are some parts broken off in the underneath there, preventing the legs from doing complete rotations. So I'm going to take him apart and see if I can get that part fixed there. We have a Snake Mountain with, again, it'll be a nice display piece. And Fray Zone, which I'm pretty excited about this, even though it's a bit broken up. I need to do some plastic pinning. My Fray Zone is missing the gate and the tree, and so I'm going to be able to add that to mine and have a little bit more complete piece. We've got the horses there, more parts pieces. Oh, and a slime pit, missing the lower jaw, some parts of Battle Bones, but the big score here was ETERNIA. Now, of course, it's incomplete, and I didn't realize it until just now. It's missing the Castle Grayskull tower, but there's a lot of monorail pieces that are pretty broken. It's got the main shuttle piece. I need to put a couple batteries in and see if that works. This will be a great display piece for at the house, which I'm pretty excited about there. And I need to reach out to him and see if he might have any of the other pieces. They had some more toys that they weren't quite ready to let go that belonged to his wife's kids growing up, and I completely respect that. But since everything seemed to be kind of jumbled together, maybe he'll let me look through those and pull out any MOTU stuff that might still be left. And then last but not least, not related, we have these vintage horses, and these belonged to David when he was growing up. And so pretty neat to see. I don't know too much about horse toys, but somebody will want these. A couple of these are pretty cool, like this guy here. It feels like hollow plastic, but just pretty neat. He sits up like so. So anyway, I finally have an ETERNIA. I've only seen one of these once before in person, and so very excited to add this to the collection. And you never know what you're going to find out there. So from here in Michigan, Mancave Dave, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all out there.